What's up, guys? This is Beast Coast Arturo back at you again with another video. And this one, we'll be talking about some live events today. Obviously, as you guys have been seeing, organizers and stuff and venues, they're starting to slowly, go back towards live events again. I guess the first one that we'll talk about is CEO this weekend. CEO just happened just last weekend. It was a super major in Orlando, Florida, run by Alex Trebali of CEO Gaming. It was a return to form. It was at the Wyndham in Orlando in his old venue. I was not there personally, but I was watching on stream. I was mostly watching a lot of Street Fighter, Guilty Gear, but they had everything. Like they had Marvel, they had like their own arcade room. They had Jabali Land, Smash obviously was there. And I think Guilty Gear was the largest tournament there, at least for traditional fighters. Obviously Smash really is always huge at Jabali's events. I know VG Bootcamp was running the stream. And yeah, guys, I guess it's been a long time. So like we've been kind of cooped up in all these events, all these online events like in the past year. Hope you guys checked out the last like video we posted about how to optimize your PC setup at home. Since like online tournaments, are clearly going to continue, at least until next year while offline does happen, right? Unfortunately, unfortunately, like I guess it begs the question is we do have COVID scares at some of these events, right? But so it's important to make sure that if you do go to these events, like you have to do everything you can to stay safe. A lot of times we're at events and stuff, and like we see an opponent and like the emotion gets the best of us, and like want a handshake, give them a hug. It's kind of hard to just mask up and just fist bump only, just based off human nature, I guess. Like you see your homie, like you want to give him a hug or whatever, right? But unfortunately we're still not out of it. The good news is it's like even though there have been like isolated COVID cases that have been happening, like a couple of players, like one or two, do get infected. Like nobody's been in the hospital or anything like that. I haven't heard any reports of any FGC player dying or anything like that, so that is good. But yeah. Anyway, guys, stay safe. Even at my event, so I streamed KIT in Tennessee last month, right? And like we were relatively safe. But unfortunately, one of the commentators, Ragnarok, was asymptomatic when he was at KIT. Came down with COVID. We all got tested. None of us were exposed, and he ended up recovering. Right, so that's good. So I guess kind of the struggle is, because these scares keep happening, it keeps getting harder and harder to restart offline events. Right. So I do enjoy playing online because like low latency and everything, and I can have my own setup. I just have my own setup, my own stick, my own monitor, everything overclocked, and things like that, and it feels super smooth. But like I do miss the social interaction. So talking to people on Discord or even talking to you guys like in YouTube videos is not necessarily the same as me talking in person, or just seeing you in person, sitting down, having a conversation, having a beer. So just like you guys, like I'm as thirsty for offline as you guys are too, right? So speaking of that note of offline, if you do have any local events in your area, at least try to support them when you can, once a month. I know in my local area, we have tons of offline events that are going on. Wednesday is a next level battle circuit, right? Team Spooky is continuing to do the online edition, while I myself am doing offline at the store. So you can check that out every 8 p.m. Eastern at twitch.tv NYC Furby every Wednesday. And the point of that is, I could obviously, just sit at home and play online, but next level is my home venue, right? So at some point, it's like we have to kind of do something to try to get offline back, right? Right. So I've been going to the store, even though it's been lower numbers and lower turnouts. Some of the top players do show up. Like Idom himself, Capcom Cup 2019 champion shows up to the store. Shine, and a lot of the players been showing up, and yeah, we're trying to do our thing to bring offline back, But it's important to remember, to always be safe, keep that distance, fist bump, etc. Elbow bump if you must, because like we're still not out of the pandemic. I don't know, like obviously, like I don't know when it's gonna end, and I'm begging for it to end, because I definitely want to get back to offline events when I can. I think in 2022, it's gonna be a bit more the same thing. Obviously the online tournament's still gonna go hard. Offline is gonna continue coming back slowly. I think. And I think what's going to fill the interim is what's been filling the interim this whole time during the pandemic, which are exhibitions. I expect to see like a lot more fighting game exhibitions, like throughout the course of 2022. Since people tend to show up and view the top players, and like it's kind of like a spectacle. Um, we're still going to see some super majors come back and in capacity. I expect Combo Breaker to come back. Frosty Faustings, which is a huge super major in the Chicago area that I'll be at streaming, is gonna happen, and I think that's gonna be the first test after a CEO, because CEO it kind of set like the litmus bar on like what's gonna happen if a super major comes back, how people are gonna react. It's gonna be really hype, and the response is overwhelming. Venue is packed, stream numbers are really good, right? So people are thirsty for offline. So Frosty Frosting is going to be kind of like that second test of what live events are going to feel like coming in 2022. Just want to emphasize you guys once again, make sure to support the offline venues when you can. I know we're still everybody's still struggling right now, but eventually, if everything does go away, we're gonna need offline venues to play at. So make sure you support them, especially during this pandemic. They're all struggling. But yeah, guys, as always, we still love fighting games over here. We still love online and offline. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments. I hope it wasn't like a doom and gloom video, because I do want offline events to come back, but I'm gonna keep playing online and offline, where I can. To keep trying to grow this scene together, guys. And let me know what you thought in the comments. Like, subscribe, and all that. Arturo out. Peace.